Hi, thanks for joining me on Anne's Space as I continue my travels around New Zealand. I'm leaving the Three Sisters and heading to the mountains. I'm looking forward to some exercise up the hill and hopefully great views. Come with me and let's enjoy it together. Then I'll head back to the coast and I'll look forward to a lovely evening enjoying a sunset and who knows, even a swim. So, good morning from just around the corner from the Three Sisters. Had a great night, nice and quiet, and just come out, and where I walked yesterday is totally covered with water. Take a look. Definitely no getting out here with Three Sisters this morning. Just beautiful. Beautiful and warm. Black sand. So I realised this morning that I haven't yet given you a tour of my van. And I thought, while I'm parked in this beautiful place at Tongaporutu, I'd give you a little bit of a tour. Here's my van. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour of my van. So this is the back door, obviously, and provided with a sink, drawers, little kitchen. I have a little fridge here. Comes out. That's a good size, fits pretty much everything I need. Put some groceries in there. Down the bottom here we've got a gas stove, gas bottle in the cupboard, and here is my saucepan cupboard, and my gas stove fits on those little prongs there. And that is the layout of my van. If I come around to the side door, plenty of room for standing. Can't quite stand upright, but I can get there. Got my little toilet, a little stove box down there. Got a chair, spare seat, which is perfect for my bag, and my bed. Perfect, just for one person. And yep, comfy little area for driving, and very easy to operate. So that's my van. I just driven about half an hour south from where I was camped, and I saw a sign off to White Cliffs Walk, but on the way I found Waiheke Beach, so I thought I'd come down and have a little look. Driving along after having gone to Waiheke Beach and looked down the road, and there's Mount Taranaki. When I was a child it was known as Mount Egmont, but like many places it's reverted to the Maori name. I've decided I'm actually going to head out there today. So, I mean, you know, why would you not? It's a gorgeous day and that mount's just sitting there waiting to be explored. So, getting in closer and closer to Mount Egmont, and thought, no, I've just got to film this. It's so beautiful. Even though it's the weekend, the roads are surprisingly quiet. Now look, maybe this is just New Zealand. It is much less traffic. It's only, I think it's 4,000 people live here. You know, it's not a very big place. Definitely think I'll have to come back in winter to see this when it's snow covered.
After 300 meters, you have reached your destination.
Now in the info centre up on Mount Egmont. Just found out that I can camp here quite legally in my self-contained van overnight. And there's toilets and water and so forth fully accessible, so that's great. The very kind lady's also shown me a walk I can do, so we'll be heading off to do that shortly. It's a really good info centre, lots for children to do, interactive, and lots to read for the adults. Now I'm not going to walk right up the amazing mountain, but she's shown me the Veronica track, which I can walk up and get good views, as well as having some nice bushwalking to do. So off I go on my 2-hour hike. Again, I'm thinking how great it is that it gets dark so late in New Zealand. I mean, it's only, I don't know, 2:30 or something, but I have no worries because it won't get dark till 9 o'clock. So it's been steps all the way to here with no actual view down. So I've been walking for about 20 minutes. So I could turn right here and loop back down, but I'm going to go up a little further because apparently the views are great from up there. So more steps up this way. So up in this national park, they do trap the pests, and they also record other animals. So I've just had a look in here, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually an egg in there. Whether they've put that in there or not, I don't know. So finally more glimpses of the mount. So you'll have to excuse the puffing, but seriously, it's been up the whole way. No flattening out, just the steps. Up, up, up. So, the sun's coming out again. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, so apparently the egg is actually bait for the rodents, and it's held on by a clamp in there. So I'm not the only one on this track. There are a few others, but considering the number of vehicles in the car park, it is relatively quiet. So I've come up to the viewing platform. What a brilliant view. I'll show it to you without me in the picture. Might be a bit better. So it's quite a change. I'm only, 5 minutes walk from that great viewing area, and the whole terrain is opened up. It reminds me of when I hiked in Nepal, and I guess, yeah, there's a lot of similarities. It's brilliant. And I'd say it's probably 5 degrees colder. Quite a cool breeze coming across here. So I've come about as far as I think I'll go up this mountain. It's a real scramble from here on, and I think hiking alone and without the right gear is not a good decision to keep going further. So now I'm heading down on Veronica's track. The lady in the info centre said this has got far fewer steps, so we'll see how we go. Oh, don't you love that moss? Beautiful. I haven't seen any birds, but I can hear them flying around. I'm actually really enjoying coming down. I'm slowing it right down and just stopping and just taking it all in. There's no one else around, just me and the birds. Sometimes I get little tears in my eyes going, wow, I'm so privileged to be out in this sort of environment. It's just beautiful and just no noise. The walk is certainly full of variety. Love this area. Well, I'm at a junction of the Veronica track. Now, I have stood here and wondered whether I should do the ram track. It says it takes 48 minutes on my Maps.me app, but I don't know the terrain and I didn't bring the map with me, the paper map, so that was a bit silly. So I think common sense should prevail and I'll finish the Veronica Loop track. So it was a good decision not to veer off the Veronica track. 8 hours, 9 kilometres. That would have been my track if I took the diversion. Yes, good to listen to common sense. So whilst I'm probably going to camp up here the night, you can also hire accommodation. And this is one of the buildings, so I'm just going to go up and have a look at it. So it says guests only, but normal dorm type place, communal kitchen. So I just took a photo of this sign. It's a very interesting history about this building, and so yeah, I've certainly paused the video if you're interested in reading more of the details. But one of the most interesting facts, apart from the fact that this was brought up here because of the Maori Wars in 1854, is that this corrugated iron was handmade, and they believe it to be the oldest handmade corrugated iron in the world. So how about that? And the view from this hut. Well, here I am on the foreshore of New Plymouth. This was my destination and I've made it. I'm going to stay here very long though, because a dear friend of mine has let me know he's only a couple of 100 kilometres away, which in Aussie talk that's not very far. So I'm going to catch up with him tomorrow night. But we'll have a quick look here, need to fuel up, and then, yep, after just probably 20 minutes I'll be heading off again. So coming into New Plymouth, it was probably the fastest road that I've been on since I travelled from Auckland to Cambridge on my first day of getting the van. So I don't mind travelling at that speed when it comes to cities, but I much prefer the back roads and go slow. So I'm on the surf highway heading to Opunake for the night. Very quick. The last time I spoke was probably an hour ago when I was at New Plymouth. Not taking me long at all, but I've fueled up and I'm carrying on. So isn't this a beautiful view just behind me here of Mount Egmont? Just amazing. Well, I'm feeling wonderfully fresh and clean. I have just had the most amazing swim down there. Oh, it was just perfect. What can I say? Lovely couple are parked next to me here at Opunake, and the lady said she felt like a swim, and I'm like, yep, let's go and do it. So we did. And then I had a big rinse off at the boat washing tap hose, and even had a soaped up wash. So all clean and fresh after my hike on Mount Egmont. And could there be a better place to camp for the night? So it's 8:30 at night, and I just thought I would go for a quick walk before it really got dark. And this is looking down. You can just see my little yellow van tucked behind the other van down there. So that's my perfect campsite for the night at Opunake. Well, it really is getting dark now, so I should head back before it does get totally dark. Thanks for joining me as I drive around New Zealand. There will be another video after this, but I'll say bye for now as the sun sets over the beautiful beach at Opunake.